Let's add a countdown timer. To start, I want to actually change how the game works, so I'm going to scroll down to next word. Instead of ending the game when the word list is empty, I'm just going to reset the word list. And since there will always be something in the list, I'm going to change this from an else statement just to what we do as soon as we know that there's something in the list. So once we're done with the list, we're going to just keep showing words. Because you're going to add a timer, the game will stop when you run out of time. Next, let's go ahead and scroll up to the top of the view model. Go ahead and copy over and paste this companion object. This contains constants for the number of milliseconds in a second, which is 1,000, the length of the game, which is currently 60 seconds, but you can set it to 10 for faster testing, and a constant for when the game is considered done. To implement the timer, Android handily provides a countdown timer class. It has two methods which you can see here, onTick and onFinish. OnTick is called every tick of the timer, and onFinish is called when the timer is at 0. When creating the timer, you pass in the total time that it should count down and the time of each tick. Back in my game view model, I'm going to go ahead and scroll down and make a new private field called timer, which is of type countdown timer. Scrolling down to the init block, I'm going to go ahead and paste some code here. This code actually creates my countdown timer, with the total countdown time as the amount of time that it'll count down, and it'll tick every 1 second. One other helpful piece of code is this dateUtils function. It takes in a long here. You can pass in a number of milliseconds, and it'll format it correctly as a time. I've included this code in the notes below. So I've given you all of the parts right now. What you need to ask yourself is what should happen on each tick? Well, I want the UI to show that the current number of seconds is going down, and I want to format it using this. I also want when the timer finishes for the game finished event to be triggered. Right now, you know how to store values in the view model which update the screen, like the current word and the current score, which you see here. You also know how to trigger finishing the game. So with all of that knowledge, plus the code that you've been given here, go ahead and finish implementing the timer. And if you get stuck, go ahead and check out the instructions below.